Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another watch along. It might be touch wood, and I really hope it isn't. It might be one of the last we'll be able to do for a while due to what seems to be absolutely ridiculous amount of cases of COVID-19 in the Premier League, around the Football League and stuff at the minute. So this might be the last one for a while. Again, touch wood. I hope it's not. But Ed, how are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I think I'm ready for this one.
I'm ready for this one. I don't know how confident I am.
Do you know what to expect with United?
No, we don't know what to expect. That's the problem. If we come out, right, the chances are we're gonna go goal down in this game. That's what I expect. But Cavani's starting today, which is I'm glad for. It's about time
Martial
that
got coronavirus then.
No, I just think he's been awful for the last few weeks. I will just run through the teams.
Sorry, let me just go for this. Martial has been took off because of his form.
For the first time ever, yeah.
Solskjaer been sacked overnight. Like, who's at the helm?
The lineups there. We'll just run through them really quickly. De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire, and Telles make a back four. Pogba and Matic start. Pogba and Nemanja Matic start in midfield two. And then it's Greenwood, Fernandes, Marcus Rashford with Cavani up front on his own. Now, that is the kind of formation and system I'd like to see us play. Wonderful. Wolves have gone three at the back. Obviously, it's Roman Saiz, Connor Cody, Max Kilman, Naori, Moutinho, Vitinha, Neves, Hover make up the midfield. And they've gone with Neto and a Traore up front.
That's
now, they've clearly seen, they've looked at Maguire and Lindelof and thought, pace, run at them. Like these guys do not like fast, like pacey players running at them, and I can see that will be a downfall. Few results have just come in. Brighton lost 1-0 to Arsenal. Burnley beat Sheffield United 1-0. West Brom lost 5-0 to Leeds, and there were some cracking goals in that, including the own goal, which was beautiful. The only draw is Southampton West Ham, which I'm not very happy about for obvious reasons. For reasons. But yeah, right. Have a cheek a little bit.
You getting prepped, are you?
I am getting lubricated. Right. Oh, do you know what? I wasn't that bothered about this game about an hour ago, and now I'm like, oof. But what message?
StreamYard has lost access to Two Up Top Football Show. Did we get one of these last time?
Yes. It will just be one of the. That's just one of the accounts that it streams to has been taken off or whatever, which I don't know which one it will be, but
it's the football show. But if it's been taken off, why has it been taken off? Because I can't be bothered to go through all this again.
And unless the password's just been changed or whatever, that could be it. You just can't access it or whatnot. But the YouTube one's on, Twitter's on. Oh no, is it Twitter that isn't on? Because Gav had this the other day.
What was he having the other day?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitch, it's on YouTube, and everything. We're all fine.
Okay, sorry.
It's just one of the logins, the passwords has changed, or someone's done something or whatever. But other than that, we are fine and good to go. Right. I promise to try and not have an absolute meltdown today. I will try it.
What's yours actually happening though?
So slim. I know everyone's been complaining about it again, but yet again, I've started watching Amazon Prime, and the quality is so pants, man.
With the money Amazon Prime have though, you expect them to improve.
Oh, I might have to just do what I did last time and throw my Fire Stick in, but then I've got no commentary.
What time's kick-off? 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I've got time. I'll have to. It'll only take 2 seconds to change them over anyway if I want to, but. Excuse me.
Oh, man.
So I just can't believe Southampton, man. That's ruined my day.
Like, Shay Adams can't do it by himself, I'm telling you. It's frustrating.
not when he just had his head caved in. Like, I honestly can't believe that nothing came of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to see. I don't know what kind of play it was involved in because I wasn't watching it. So was Shay Adams in the attacking? He must have been because it looked like he was trying to pull up a shot. Yeah, so then I think it should be a yellow card. I don't know if it's dangerous play.
I don't think it really. Yeah, exactly. I don't really think it should matter what box it's in. He's volleyed him in the head, man. Like, I don't think it's intentional in the slightest. But
the word penalty in the chat, and I was like, well, was he on the attack? Because if it's on the other,
there was a penalty chance in the Arsenal game.
Oh, okay.
Dion, I'm buffering every now and then. It's a joke. Yeah, I mean, said this before. Both me and Ed have got like stupidly nerdy, great internet, and even mine dips in and out every now and then. Like I'm watching mine now, and it's definitely not HD. Right, come on then. Come on then.
How does it work?
Wow,
how does it work with all these pundits in terms of agencies? Because you know how you'll have Gary Lineker on BT and BBC Match Today.
Yeah, it's all just so technically they're all, unless they are like anchors and stuff. So Gary Lineker will have he'll be allowed to work for BT, but like you won't be able to see him on Sky, sort of thing. Like there's certain
that's
you'll find a lot of the times. Yeah, a lot of the times stuff like Amazon Prime. If you ever catch like a beIN Sport stream or whatever, a lot of the commentators are the ones you hear on Match of the Day. So obviously they do have to go to the games and watch the games for Match of the Day. So obviously they're working for another TV company while they're out there. But yeah, I'd imagine 90% of them are like freelance sort of thing, apart from like Martin Tyler, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher are Sky Sports. Like you wouldn't see them popping up somewhere else, yeah. Isn't it crazy to think that I used to have like a rational hatred of Edison Cavani?
Well, yeah, now you're screaming from the rooftops. Why did you?
Well, I never said I didn't like him. It wasn't that I never thought he wasn't good or that I didn't like him. Because you can't deny his goal scoring record. I still think this as well. I still think that he needs 5 chances to score 2 goals. You know what I mean? Like, but saying that, for us so far, all he's done is take shots and score goals. Like he hasn't wasted many chances he's had.
Hoover's starting for Wolves. So if people don't know, Hoover was a academy prospect at Liverpool, and when Jota came to Liverpool, it was also a bit of a makeshift that he went for around about £10 million. He's a teenager. He can play fullback and centre back. He's Dutch. He's very, very talented. I was a little bit gutted to see him go, but we've got so many competition for places.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it'll be interesting to see. I mean, like as I always say this, but if he was about in the 2013-14 under Rodgers era, like he probably would have broke through. But different time. But I tell you what, I'll be interested to see how he does against pacey players. He's fast, but experience is a massive factor when coming up against these direct players like Rashford.
Yeah, some are locked in contract, but most will be self-employed. Yeah, we thought that might kind of be the case.
Yeah, because I always think that, like, you get about when you see him on different TV channels. I'm like,
honestly, a little bit of a sidetrack, but exactly the same. As a kid, like before I knew the ins and outs of stuff, like seeing one wrestler turn up for WWF and then like I didn't see him for like 2 months, and then they're in WCW, and it'd be like, what? Like,
yeah,
you can't do that. You can't just go somewhere else. Like, what's going on?
There's rules to this.
Yeah, innit? But it was more confusing because my man had moved and had a completely different name, and I'd be like, what? No, that's not Tony, that's John. He was here last week. Right, come on then, boys.
They've got Hoover as a fullback by the looks of it.
So realistically, from your Liverpool point of view, you would want a Wolves win here today to stop us.
I'm not really. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who to be wary of. In truth, I just kind of need everyone to drop points and then us do our business. It's like I don't really care what everyone's up to, but when I start noticing that Like start of the season, I always want Man City to drop points because of late they've been our title rivals. Manchester United, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have thought you was in it, but now you are. So I don't know how to feel, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know whether to be nervous for teams, bantery.
It makes me laugh when everyone's like, "Oh well, I'd prefer like a title race that went down to the wire and is exciting." Blah blah blah. Like, no, I would happily have every team around us lose, and we can wrap up the title in February, and then not have to worry about it. I can just
I can enjoy football, switch, see everyone else is. I can go on holiday. Well, I can't go on holiday. Let's be honest, but
we've got Shearer on commentary.
Really?
Oh, my first little bit of buffering already. Quality from Prime.
Alan Shearer's on commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm game for that. I don't remember when I last heard shit I've ever.
And Clive Tilsley. It's Clive Tilsley and Alan Shearer.
I want to be behind you, so good job, Amazon Prime is, or at least on level.
I'm on. What second?
I have to rest. I mean, they've just kneeled down.
Oh God, I'm on 1 minute 6.
Huh?
I'm on 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11, 1 minute 12. Yeah, give yours a refresh, mate.
You know when I'm on 1 minute 27.
Oh, so now you're 7 seconds ahead of me.
I'm on 1 minute 22 now.
Oh, I'm 1 minute 26. Yeah, all right. That's that.
Yeah, I'm a second behind you. That's fantastic. That's
fine.
One thing I will give out.
At least you can pause it. So we were speaking about this on the show the other day, but let me get the stat here. Seeing as that we're talking about Manchester United, where are we? Bruno Fernandes has more goal involvements in a calendar year than any other midfielder in the history of the Premier League.
Didn't you mention that on the podcast?
The guy's a freak. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Obviously, now it's a United game. It's time to bring the stat
crack open the Arsenal.
Yeah. Also, there's rumours of that PSG have offered 80 million for Pogba. Like,
take that and run.
Mate, of course, if we recoup because that's pretty much what we spent. If we recoup the money, like whatever. Because also there's been teams like Juve have been are interested in a swap deal, but we've basically said unless it's a superstar player, it ain't happening. Like, we don't want Aaron Ramsey and 20 mil. Like, no thanks.
Speaking of superstars, Alex has only just turned the game on, tuned in to see Neto. #future superstar. I think, he's got all the capabilities of doing that. I'm a big fan of him. He does have some similarities to a lot of great players. Fingers crossed. Because I say that about so many players and then they disappear off the face of the earth. Next thing you know, they're playing for Celtic. It's like...
Yeah. Exactly that, Dion. Last thing you want is that 2012 season with Aguero last-minute goal. I was literally in the pub for that, and it was just... Honestly, that... I
bet you have.
I've never felt deflation like it. I had to literally, because everyone hated United. That was full United pump where we were winning everything every year. Everyone hated United, and that goal went in, and it was like every fan in the pub that wasn't a United fan was like, ah! And I literally kind of just had to banter it off like, oh, well, that's crazy, isn't it? And I was just literally dead inside,
crying. To be fair though, that probably is the most iconic Premier League moment.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel any better.
No, I know it doesn't. I'm just saying this. I'm so glad it happened, not because it happened to you, but just because it happened.
I hate every football DVD, every Sky, the best of the last 10 years. They always start with "Where am I?" No, I don't want to hear it, man.
Well,
that match of the day for that whole year was that, and I was just like, bruh, it's gonna stop watching match of the day. And then we won the league, and it was Van Persie lifting the trophy, and it was like, top guy.
Was that the last year?
That's the last time we won it, yeah.
2012, wasn't it?
13, was it 12, 13 or 13, 14? But it was a long time ago.
I reckon he will end up in a top 6 club easily, most likely Liverpool. Who knows what's round the corner? He could suit Liverpool. I've got a feeling he'll probably go Chelsea. I don't know why, because Chelsea just want everyone, don't they? But saying that, he's not at level 4 top 6 just yet. He's just got.
Well, I was just about to say, but I didn't want to curse it. But honestly, let's not forget last year, people were literally talking about Adama Traore like he was the best winger in the world.
True.
He can't even get a game.
The difference is with Neto is his movement. It's not.
No, I'm not saying that, but like, it is so like the way the Prem is at the minute and players is coming and going. It's so hard to just be like, this guy's gonna be great because, mate, we've had plenty of players like that, and in a year's time, it's like, well, time to move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like future Ballon d'Or winning Adnan Januzaj.
We were talking during one of the Chelsea watch-alongs. Do you remember, what's it, Roque Santa Cruz?
What, the Blackburn Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ridiculous, man.
Yeah. And he sounded cool as well. Like, that was a wicked Premier League name.
Did he end up going to City? Because I remember when City just got their money.
We were having the argument that I said, the reason people feel bitter, even though I don't, is because City bought all the Prem superstars. Nasri, Rocky Santa Cruz. They brought in the best, like Robinho come in the year before, Aguero, company, etc. It goes on. David Silva. You can tell I'm not bitter, Yara. And he was one of who was brought and never really made it through. He was like the players who kind of come through and then was instantly sold out. But that happened when Chelsea got Mohamed Salah and Eden Hazard. It was like,
Chelsea did loads of players, mate.
Nemanja Matic, and it was like, I know Matic was a different type of player, but
Matic is quality. He won their Player of the Year like 3 years and He won it once.
2 years there, didn't he? If I remember.
Oh no, because they brought him, sold him, and then brought him back.
Yeah.
But Chelsea brought so much dross when they first got their money, man. Like crazy signing. Sometimes.
Let's not forget there was some bad thing, but then here's the thing: I'm still thinking there's more as it goes on. Like Balotelli, like they had everyone. Like if anyone was up,
Balotelli. Yes, Gavin. All jokes aside, I think he only literally stopped playing for Chelsea about a year ago. Every year he was on loan to Werder Bremen or Sevilla or just someone.
Was it like
Marco Marin? Oh no, Marco Marin was worse, man. He weren't even a bad player either. What about is it Marco van Ginkel at Chelsea as well? He went everywhere. Marco van Ginkel.
It's got a little quiet pace to the game, doesn't it?
Harry Maguire just letting Traore just literally walk past him is absolute nonsense.
I thought you were about to say something else. I was like, a bit harsh. Typical British person dropping that card.
Oh, what the N-O? Well, yeah, I better not say the N word. The N-O.
Yeah.
Yeah. The N-O-N. Yeah.
The old BBC word.
That's the one. The Jimmy special.
Yeah. The Robbie Savage. Never mind. That was a bit harsh.
You say Robbie Savage? Is he? Oh, he's offside, is he? Greenwood onside? Onside.
Well, then we're going to play on.
Oh. Yeah, not that M word, Gav. Don't worry.
What M word did he put?
He just put not that M word, smiley like this one.
Oh yeah.
No, we're not having that. Oh yeah. No. Oh, you were so close. Hulk Hogan, we're coming for you. Ed, please tell me you get that reference.
What, the Hulk Hogan thing you just said?
Yeah. So
is it just him in one of his interviews? Like
no. It's mid 90s. It's like early days of Booker T and WCW when he was with his brother and they were Harlem Heat, and they're cutting a mad intense promo backstage, and he's like, "We take what we want, Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you," and then drops the N word live on TV, and like everyone's everyone's trying to stay mad serious, and you can just see everyone's trying not to die. Yeah, so it wasn't actually Hulk Hogan saying it. It was Booker T saying it at Hulk Hogan, but.
Yeah, no, but I thought there was one. No, okay, the one story I'm thinking of was when you said that Mr. McMahon did it.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, Vince said it to John Cena on TV like 10 years ago. Just walked past him and was like, "What up?" And then Booker T was stood there as well because that was the whole funny thing. It was supposed to be like a callback, like, "Oh look, remember when Booker T said the N-word?"
You know what? I think that might be true because I think I remember it being on like a card.
Great tackle, Greenwood. Getting penned in a little bit here with the press. Oggs, good old Oggs. Who was the first club? Do you think? I'd love to know this. Who were the first club?
Oh, I thought you were going to end out there.
Who were the first club that started using racing car bucket seats in their like dugout and on the subs bench? I'd love to, because everyone else was using normal stuff. And one day, one of the clubs must have gone, "No, do you know what we need? A Fast and the Furious bucket seat."
Wait,
answers on a postcode. Yeah, postcode. Answers on a postcard. If anyone knows that.
What is it?
So what Premier League club first started using like car bucket seats in the subs in the dugout?
Oh, I actually knew this. Well, only because one commentator gave me some useless information.
I mean, it'll always be because it was a sponsor or whatever, but
yeah, it's gonna be because someone had manufacturer and then
yeah. But I'd just love to know who.
I always thought that when I was a kid. I was like, car seats.
Amazon Prime, you upset me so much. Do you remember the Tottenham Liverpool one we were doing? And it was literally like a Liverpool goal kicker. It skipped forward to Son just rolling the ball into the net, and we were like, "What? What?" Leave it. Eric. Boy is a clown, man. That's a good save from De Gea, but Boy is a clown. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Get out to it.
Neto from bird's eye views don't half look like Jimenez. Not up close.
He looks like who's the guy who reminds me of? Oh, he looks like Gav's favourite player. He's
what, Harry Kane?
He looks like Andre Silva, who's also Portuguese, for what it's worth.
Looks like we've got a counter here from Manchester United.
No, because we've slowed it right down to allow all 9 players to get back into the picture. I want to blame Bailly for that miscommunication, but if De Gea gives me a shout to leave the ball, De Gea can come and collect it, or it goes out for a goal kick. It's just giving me anxiety already. We're only 13 minutes in.
He'll be all right.
Right. 10 plus.
10 plus. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't mess about. It's just pure hard work.
No, I was just saying, does Greenwood keep swapping wings? No, he's moving back over. Oh, Cavani, just take a touch, mate. I really, really don't like Pogba playing in like a holding 2.
I really don't like Pogba either.
Just don't like him, full stop.
It's just full stop.
Oh, if Cavani takes a touch there and just backs into the defender, turns, shoots, it's that easy. I hope the sarcasm came across there.
Oh yeah, I think you got a bit of buffer in, so probably no. I'm joking.
Yeah, innit? My quality is just dipping so bad. It literally looks like I'm trying to stream a game from the early 2000s.
I must give you like a bit of a retro look though. Like I kind of like looking back at
Yeah.
old games, seeing PlayStation 2 in the background. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like old El
Like
Clasicos. I love watching them on YouTube.
especially when all the old advertising boards, like you said, like PS2,
Yeah.
old Champions League nights that were sponsored by like Amstel and PlayStation. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah, because the fans used to be much louder as well because games were much more affordable.
Yeah, the fans sound quite lively in this game.
God, he looks knackered on John Moss, doesn't he?
He did, didn't he? Like,
yeah.
to be fair, I wouldn't be able to keep up with these players, let alone, do you know what I mean?
Not a professional referee.
And Continental. Yeah, it was the advert with Timo Hildebrand, the Stuttgart goalkeeper, stops the ball dead as it's like fired at him, and his like glove was like a Continental tire. And I don't know why I vividly remember that. Timo Hildebrand.
Do you remember that video you showed me of your mate reminiscing the old international music or the old Europa League music?
The Gazprom music, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony. Honestly, it sends me every time he sings it. Because the advert was pure like Christmas. I don't know why it was so Christmassy, but because that was Champions League, Gazprom. He kept that on.
Really? Not that Wolves wouldn't have got it and cleared it, but fair play. Yeah. It's nice to know someone cares.
It'd have been on. Oh no, maybe a shoulder.
Miles onside. His movement's fantastic at times, man.
It's mad, isn't it?
But that comes with experience.
Isn't it? But that's it. It's nice to see people moving into spaces and drawing defenders and not just standing and waiting for the ball. Like,
it's nice to have someone who's a seasoned professional because you've got lots of young players. Even Bruno Fernandes, in truth, is like the most senior of players.
But that's the thing. Everyone like romanticizes like the class of '92 and stuff, and it's like, yeah, we did play youngsters, but they were also still surrounded by. We still had Brian McClare in the side, and we still had Robson at one point in the side. Still, we had Cantona. We had old heads. We had Roy Keane. We had old heads knocking around, man. You always need to blend. But that's like I don't mind seeing Matic. I quite like Matic still. There's some games that he shouldn't start just for sure, like he's too slow and agile.
I think the CDM position is such an important position in the modern game that I think you should be looking for a Matic replacement though.
Has he trod on Neves' hand while he slipped there?
The game's more physical. Well, that's the point. I mean, you look at some of these decisions in favour of the goalkeeper in the last Premier League weekend. You got to ask yourself.
Oh yeah, you can't. At the minute, you can't even jump up and challenge for a header if the keeper comes near you, man. Yeah, that's mad. Bruno was captain of Sporting in a game 5 days before he joined us, and then got here and just went, "This is it. I'm done now."
How long was he at Sporting? His whole career?
No, he was at Sampdoria for a bit.
Okay,
I'll tell you.
But was he in the ranks at Sporting?
Come on, Cobblers, 2-0 up.
Really?
Yeah,
that's good because Cobblers have dropped back into relegation.
Yeah, they got slapped at the last game. Bruno. Oh, why does my app keep crashing? Bruno.
Which app do you use?
SofaScore. So I'll just wiki it.
I forgot Alan Shearer was there.
Yeah, he's kept himself quiet, hasn't he? Yes, he was at
Oh, look at Traore.
Udinese. Oh no, that's why I stopped. Udinese, Sampdoria, was at Sporting for 3 years. Mate, how nuts is this at Sporting as a midfielder, right? 83 games, 40 goals.
Jesus.
I know.
But just seeing how he performs in the Premier League, it must have felt so easy to win that league.
Yeah, man. What a signing. But I'm so annoyed, and it's like I'm not ever saying that I discovered him, but I'm not saying that. But it was just so annoying because when we could have got him in that summer, and it was like, okay, buy him, just buy him. Bruno's class, and everyone was like, yeah, but he's had 40 goals and assists, but it's the Portuguese league, and it's like the guy's quality. Why are we waiting? Didn't sign him in the summer, and then comes to January, and it's like, oh, this guy's really good. Should we sign him? And it's like you just wasted however many months not having this guy.
Well, that logic. There's tons of players. Like, what was Memphis to buy doing? Like,
because I'd have Memphis back tomorrow in a heartbeat.
No, I know you would, but
I love Memphis.
He looks like you saw his highlights. Who was he at beforehand?
PSV.
PSV, yeah. If you looked at his highlights of PSV, and I did, because he was a very exciting young prospect, he looks like, if you took out of context and you didn't know which league that was in, he looked like one of the greatest players to ever play the game, honestly.
Yeah. I would say, though, to be fair, he's been in France. I know France is a bit of a whatever, but he's been quality for Lyon, and he's been decent for the national team as well, man.
No, he's the thing. I think he was too young for the Premier League, in truth.
Yeah, and he was playing.
And it was a transitional United side.
You're a bright, young, attacking, tricky, skillful player. The last person you want to be playing for is Louis van Gaal, who wants you to be playing left. He wanted him to play left wing back, and it's like, bro, I just want to nutmeg people. I want to rainbow flick people on the halfway line. Let me do my thing.
Yeah, I think that's true. They do have a buyback clause in the contract for him.
Yeah, we do. I don't know how long for though, because his Lyon contract is coming up soon. Because there's a possibility that Barca could get him for $5 million.
Well, it's looking like he will probably go Barca. If I was him, I'd see that as my next step up. You know, there's really to be the next star if Messi leaves. I mean, you're never going to outshine what Messi did, but perhaps you might see a better Barcelona team for it.
I think he'd do quality out there, man. He'd absolutely rinse that league.
Well, it looks like Genie might be going that way, which would be sad, but fair play. They'll have a good side.
Well, apparently he's making his mind up this week, isn't he?
Yeah.
Liverpool have basically said that the ball's in your court. We've offered you the deal. Sign it or you don't. But I'm assuming that their take it or leave it offer isn't in the same ballpark as what he kind of wants. So.
No, I bet you we've gave him the right thing now. His performances this year have been brilliant.
But do you know what? I don't think he cares about the money. It'll be game time.
Yeah,
if Liverpool
that's it. That's exactly it. I think we have offered it. I think we've offered him the contract he's happy with. It's just down to him wanting to sign it.
Yeah. If you can't promise him game time, then.
And Barcelona's a new challenge. And do you think Gini Wijnaldum, who was at Newcastle before us, ever thought he'd be linked with Barcelona? Realistically, he probably didn't, and he's achieved a lot with Liverpool.
Amazon Prime, please don't ever, ever get bulk Premier League games ever again. Like I'm trying to stream it off a VHS player, man.
Well, your stream's coming through, right? Considering.
Yeah, it's probably because Amazon Prime isn't taking up too much bandwidth because it's awful. Do I still get? No, I don't.
I'll be honest with you. This one time, I've not had any problems, but every other time it has been whack.
Or did they clock on to me?
Alan Shearer, I love him. Yeah, he just said, "I'll tell you what he needs to do. He needs to get into positions where he can get on the ball." Okay. Wicked. What Rashford needs to do, Kyle, is he needs to put the ball in the back of the net.
And what? And no one's told him this entire time.
I know.
How long he's been? What? He's been there for how many years and no one's bothered saying, like, mate, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
But
this is where I think Solskjaer's been going wrong. I'll be honest with you.
One of my family members at Christmas was like, I like football, but I just don't really understand it. And I was like, what do you mean? They were like, just the whole thing. I was like, they've got to kick the ball in that goal and they've got to kick it in that goal and the other players have got to stop them. And they're like, yeah, but I was like, no, there's not yeah, but like, so maybe we just need to send Alan Shearer around there to explain it to them.
What's that issue having a brew?
Just put it in the net. And what's the goalkeeper got to do? Just stop it from
going to the net. Because obviously, if you go to someone's flat, it doesn't have the budget Sky does, or sorry, Match of the Day does, and his shirt will say all-time Premier League top scorer of 260 goals. Because I know he loves that, and I would love that. Do you know what I mean? Every time he comes upon Match of the Day, like, yeah, I am.
Rashford's kept it in, and the pass is awful. Yeah, brings round his Premier League winners Blackburn medal. Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, this thing.
Oh, one of you!
I miss Blackburn. I won't lie to you.
Colin Hendry.
I love the kit, man. And I love the club in the Prem.
Cavani would have been offside anyway.
Yeah, they would have gave that.
They were a good club until the Venkies brought them. Good old Venkies chicken.
I remember the last time I can remember them being in the Prem confidently was 2008, 2009. I remember games against them. So they couldn't have stayed in much longer.
I need to find this picture, right? Because this always makes me laugh. Blackburn. I begged. Yes, there it is. Oh my God. Two of my all-time favourite Premier League images ever. There's so many of these images I just need to share right now. Hold on. That is so majestic. Get rid. Oh, that's going up for a throw. Right, honestly, if you've never seen these pictures before, you're going to be in for such a treat, man. It's one of the most unbelievable scenes in the history of football.
What is it?
Hold on. Oh, right. Hold on. Right, no. There it is. That's the one I want as well. So,
you're having a while of a time.
I'm having a while of a time. This was such a good time to be alive, man. I'll just click something that's going to mess my whole stuff up. Yeah. Save image as. This might not be. Oh no, it is right. So right, here we go. I'm gonna upload them. You're not allowed to look in the brand section for a second. Where are we? There we are. Right. Right. So don't look at anything. Don't check anything. I will put them on. So there was that one. There was that one, and there was. So I've already got that one, and I need this one. Right, at the time, Blackburn had just been brought over by the Venkies, who produce like chicken. They were like chicken farm. They were like whatever, mass-produced chicken. And as a protest, a Blackburn fan smuggled in a live chicken into the game. How they smuggled in a live chicken? Under a jacket, under a coat, who knows? But they tied a Blackburn flag to it, and it had a little Blackburn flag cape, and just strolled around the pitch. Like, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Just a chicken in a cape. What more? I'm actually like almost crying. Like, what more can you want? Oh, how did they get it in?
Blackburn needs to be back in the Premier League.
Exactly. How did they get a chicken in? Like, coming in with their coat like held together. Like, have you got anything in there? No. What was that, mate? Nothing. I went.
No, but like,
oh my God.
What you call me? Like, you called me a chicken.
Yeah, your burger stands. They don't sell any type of seed or anything, do they? Seed, maybe sesame seed buns. Like, oh, okay. Why do you need to know? No reason. No reason, mate.
No reason.
Oh, honestly, it's just the fact that it looks like it's a little cape is just the best thing ever.
You just found it adorable, didn't you?
I do. Look at him. Hold on, before you put the score, take the score banner down quickly, because just look at the one with the goalkeeper in the background. It's so cinematic. Look at it.
One man, one chicken.
What a time! What a time! I always find it super funny when stuff like that happens. Like if a cat runs on the pitch or whatever, and they're like watching grown men trying to. You could put Benny Hill music behind it. Watching grown men trying to get a bird or a cat off the pitch is just. Excuse me. It's looking a bit more promising for us. It does look like Wolves are happy to play on the counter. I'm surprised Rashford didn't actually just get into that. Neto's gone down.
Tried to make the most of that, but we'll see what it is.
No, I think that's why Refi isn't being fooled and he's just letting it go on.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing's happened because I wouldn't want the game to be spoiled by like a red.
I think he just ran into him.
Let's have a look. He
put his arm out. He put his arm out and he's just like, oh, behave. Behave.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't like how the commentators like painting the narrative.
Yeah, like well, it was a close. It was a close
what
fist.
new angle of arm defines whether it's intentional or not?
Was it an Everton game that had a black cat on the pitch? Yeah, it was, and it was running around for absolutely ages, and it was just absolutely wonderful.
Nothing tops Liverpool conceding a goal to a beach ball, though. I'm sorry.
Oh God, no.
Nothing. And like that was a time when, honestly, if you ask me, because I think it was the year after we lost the league to United in 2008, 2009.
Yeah, the Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, and everything just seemed to feel like I was a young fan. Obviously, I was like, everything that could go wrong goes wrong, and I was saying them words at the start of that game, and then that happened, and it's like I didn't even know what to say when that happened.
Alan Shearer needs to wind his bald neck in.
Go on.
Yellow card there for Matic when they come back. You can't go back and give yellows on VAR. Whoa, referee!
They're going to give a penalty for that.
No, it's goal kick.
Let's have a look. Did it go off the pitch? Off the pitch or an offside? We'll just save the ref there.
He's on.
He's onside by a... Did he call that for offside? Because this is why we need VAR. Okay, went out.
And the ball, has the ball stayed in?
No, the ball's definitely gone out. Clear offside.
It's not. The whole of the ball isn't out.
I don't know. Unless you want to crack out that.
Let's have a look at this replay.
Do you want to crack out that line technology we used in the West Ham game?
The ball's not. The ball's
probably in just a bit.
So what are we giving there then?
I don't know. Whatever.
But hold on, this is what I've been saying on the show for weeks. Yeah, people who are so against VAR, that offside decision there from the linesman is why we need it, because it's just such a bad decision.
Was it?
You shouldn't be getting.
If it was an offside, because I feel like he might have been.
How's he not scored? How's he not scored? Bruno! Oh my God!
That should have been 1-0.
Everyone's on.
Thank God old Shearer confirmed that for me then. Oh.
Yeah, everyone's like, he's just behind him, innit? Oh.
Surely that should have been checked.
This has been a really...
I have no idea what happened in that initial, because you've either got an offside, you've either got a penalty, or you've got a goal kick. You take your pick there. Only the linesman knows what he flagged for.
But again, this is where it's just like you don't want to VAR everything. You don't want to slow the game down to a crawl all the time. But like, But at least it looks like in the last 10, 15 minutes, we have really started playing well. Have I just jinxed it now? No, because Traore, don't give a foul for that. Well done, ref.
I'll be honest with you, it did look like it could have been given, though.
What, that foul on Traore?
At first glance, anyway.
Nah.
It looked like he invited the pressure.
Yeah, I think that's why the ref kind of saw through it, though. It was like he was looking for it. Like, he was backing into it.
I kind of see inviting the pressure as a bit of an art now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I fully accept it. I mean, there was a time, if you asked me 5 years ago, I would have torn my hair.
Honestly, like I've said it before, give it 3 or 4 years, maybe not even that long. Aiming for someone's hand in the penalty area will be an art form.
I know, and that's the horrible thing. Where do you draw the line?
Someone like James Ward-Prowse is being like, right, obviously he's very accurate and decent in set pieces. Like, I'm aiming for your hand.
I can see it being called as the ball being out, but it's tight from the angle used on the replay. Yeah, I mean, we don't have the technology to be checking that. I kind of don't want him to even get it anyway because.
Oof, that looked a bit rough on Tellers, that did. Not intentional, I don't think. It just didn't look very nice.
I mean, like, for example, do you remember, I mean, the West Ham
United game.
Oh, the United game with the ball apparently
Dean
going
Henderson.
out. Whether it did go out or not, and it even could have, whether it did go out or not, I don't want that sort of technology in the game because that is making it even slower.
But mate, it's like we've said. It's like we've said so many times. It just depends who hates what team. Like, literally, all season, well, not even for the last 2 years, we're sick of VAR. It's slowing down the game. It's ruining the game. Leave it to the referee. Cavani doesn't get sent off midweek against Everton. Oh, that's a joke that we ain't got VAR in this game. Why isn't he getting sent off for that? And it's like, you can't pick and choose, man. You either want it or you don't.
It was exactly the same when the referee would call, or the linesman would give an offside, and then save your team, and you'd go, well done to the linesman there, not bottling it against the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always, but when you watch it as a neutral, oh, excuse me.
Jurassic Park's that, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Jurassic Park.
Oh, Rashford!
Oh.
He's absolutely ragged him. I don't know whether there's been too much contact there or he's gone down.
I feel like he might have lost too much of the ball before.
Your ringtone really sounds like it's like a game that hasn't got the license. It sounds like it hasn't got the license for Jurassic Park, but it's called like Dinosaur.
I need to change it because
it's called like Dinosaur Island.
Everyone in my work has that ringtone, so when it goes off, I'm like, oh no, someone wants me. And then I realise it's someone else. So I think he loses too much of the ball.
Yeah, it's not a penalty.
Yeah,
he's jumped out of the way. Excuse me. But yeah, going back, it's exactly what we're saying. Going back to the goal at West Ham, and on Match of the Day they were doing 3D technology like it's FIFA, and people are moaning about like, oh Man United have scored a goal when the ball's gone out of play. Yet again, why is the linesman not doing his job? Like that's someone's job to literally check whether a ball crosses a line. So
look at the steam coming off these players.
I know.
But exactly that. But if me and you were watching Real Madrid Barcelona, which we don't have a stake in at all, and you saw that happen, you would not want technology to be brought in for that. Could have been one nil.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Like it's stupid, man. Like the linesman should be doing his job. And like I've said, I even said this to Gav like at the end of last season. I genuinely think now that linesmen and refs are. Now they know that they've got the backup of. Now they've got the backup of VAR. They'll either flag too soon or don't flag at all because if they're right or wrong, then VAR will come back and save them.
Plus, to be fair, they've probably been. There hasn't been much VAR with full capacity fans.
So they have God, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, there has been, but not to the extent of like the decisions this year. Like,
with not how long, and because it was the Champions League was the first to have it. Because we had the Man City Tottenham fiasco, which was the correct decision, but an absolute killer to Man City's dreams. I tell you what, it says on here Wolves have had 4 attempts on target, but it doesn't really tell the full story here because I'd probably say Man United have been the more dangerous.
Yeah, well, it does say we've only had one on target as well. Like I
Yeah.
think we've created like almost the better chances, but Wolves have had some dangerous ones.
I'd say De Gea's had an okay game. You know, I don't. It's not I don't like
Actually,
I just don't think he should be number 1 anymore. But that there was an easy save to make in truth. It was
I'll think
directly.
of some other ones. He did save Ruben Neves' like half volley. He saved a shot that was straight at him. So they have had shots on target, but it's pure stat padding. Like when you're absolutely slapping someone on FIFA and they keep shooting from 50 yards out, it's like it's still a shot, isn't it? Like,
have we forgot how good Ruben Neves is? Because
no,
he's kind of like he kind of fell back in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Wolves. And we've got to forget where he was. And like, let's have a look at Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he might be. I mean, if he come on the cheap, he'd be a good person to put alongside Bruno at times.
Oh, I'd still take Ruben Neves in a heartbeat. They were talking. They were talking about Ruben Neves in the Wolves Chelsea game, saying the same thing, that he's fell off a little bit, but because Neves has scored 15 goals for Wolves.
12 and they're the best goal by the way.
12 of them are outside the box. The other 3 penalties.
Ruben Neves has scored.
Like, without doubt,
top of my head, one of Ruben Neves' goal. I think it's that volley from God knows how far away.
It's the championship. Yeah, he takes a touch, knees it up, chests it.
That is in my top 10 goals of all time, which I've seen.
Oh, it's mad.
It's unbelievable, and that shows. And I really like him as a player. But if he's fell down the pecking order at Wolves, that's even better for anyone who wants, because that means he'll be cheaper. It's Fergie, isn't it?
Yes, Grandad. No tier 3, no tier 4 stopping this guy.
Well, I imagine, yeah, exactly. I always do get a bit envious when you see, like, you know, when people who are associated with the club and they're just like ex-players and just sat there the game. I'm like, you jammy git. I'm like.
And they probably don't even want to be there half the time. It's because they're like ambassadors for the club or whatnot. And it's like, you've got to go. And it's like, ugh. That has literally been. You watch. There'll be 1 minute of added on time in this half. Yeah, this whole stoppage is taking 2.5 minutes. There'll be 1 minute of added on time. Not that it bothers me, because it's like, it is what it is. It's the first half, but the amount of time that you must lose during a game due to stuff like that is absolutely mental. Was it? I think it was Klopp. It was one of his first few seasons went mental. I think it was like Stoke or something. And on Match of the Day, they timed it, and it was like something stupid. Like in the whole 90-minute game, the ball was in play for like 60 minutes because of all the throw-ins, corners, goal kicks. Like, people time wasting so much that it was like a third of the game was just lost.
It was Liverpool Stoke, wasn't
it? So it was something like that, yeah.
I mean, there's so many occasions where that happens, in every
but mate, the other day that the United Leicester game, United Leicester with Mike Dean, and he added 4 minutes of added on time. The added on time didn't start till 91:45 because the guy was down for the whole time. Blew bang on 94 minutes. It's like, okay, so where's the minute and a half gone from the start of it? Like, Rashford's through. Is he on? He's on.
What would a draw put you on?
I'll tell you in a second. A draw, well, currently, because that means we're currently on. A draw leaves us on 28 points, still with the game in hand. Oh, no, we don't, because we'd be 4 points behind you. Both played the same games.
No, yeah, regardless of the game in hand, I know you got a game in hand, but just where does that put you in the league?
4th.
So are you on 26 points or 27 points now?
27 at the minute. And we're on 28 if we draw this.
I wouldn't pitch you on 30 though, so yeah, you really want to get a win.
It could all change right now. Oh, Eric Boy, Jesus.
That was a poor ball.
It was, but Boy knew the space he needed to be in. That was too easy. That counter was way too easy.
This isn't me trying to knock the player because I've got plenty of opportunities to do that in my life. But I completely forgot Pogba started.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his majestic best. I'll give him that.
This isn't me trying to
But
call
even
him out.
in,
But I mean, when you look at creativity, you'd like to see.
He just strolls. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh!
Why is De Gea not come to collect that or anything? Like, what is that?
That's why I didn't think there was a chance there. Oh, I honestly thought.
In what world does the goalkeeper not come and collect that? Like, the defenders have let that run through. Like, what? That's a dead touch. That is a dead touch from Rashford. He's offside, but...
As a Manchester United fan, Cotton, this is for you because you are our resident United fan. If Ole finished second, do you give him another season?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that. Of course, like
you go into anyway. So yeah, I think most people would. Man United weren't tipped to challenge this year, so a second place finish.
Exactly. Exactly that. There's no way I'd get rid of him unless we had like a real meltdown and we finish 8th. We get knocked out of every competition, and the players stop playing for him. Then maybe, but
the year before, it sounds stupid. So you can then add the necessary players to go one further the next year. Because this is the best Manchester United team I've probably seen since
Fergie.
Yeah, since Fergie. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a great Man United team, but it's a good one. Do you know what I mean? Like, a few more additions and it could go from a good to a great Manchester United team. Takes time, doesn't it? I think the problem it's big football clubs. It's why I might have a laugh with Arsenal fans about it, because just from my experience with my friends who are Arsenal fans, they ain't the type of fans who are capable of dealing with a project. They're very up and down. Do you know what I mean? But
mate, let's not forget. Yeah, everyone, like, when Ollie first took charge, he literally said about players and who's coming and who's going. He said, "I've got so much dead weight to get off the books." He was ruthless in one window, man. We got rid of Smalling. We got rid of a lot of Dallo went. We got rid of a lot of players in one go. There's still players there that need to go. Like Phil Jones needs to go. Lingard's got to go. Like it's still a very we're still in the middle of a situation. Why is that Just Eat advert such a bang, man?
Oh, this one's better.
Yeah, it's such a bang.
I'm not Anthony Joshua away. You heard it first.
I think I'd knock him out as well. It's awful.
It's about consistency being in the equation, because being consistently in the Champions League shows where you're coming as a squad. It means you can still compete at the top end, but constantly going from Champions League, Europa League, it means there's no harmony in the squad, and people go, "Fuck this, I'm going to I don't know, a Bayern or something."
Yeah, that is the thing. Like you said, it is consistency, and we do need to steady the ship, because, like, we went second. Like, we finished like 5th or whatever it was under Moyes. Then we finished like 3rd or whatever under Van Gaal. Then we finished like 6th. Then we finished 2nd under Mourinho. Then we finished like 7th. Do you know what I mean? We're so up and down.
Rooney wants Jones and Derby. Sorry, we both clicked that. So Derby confirmed that on two up top. Derby are getting relegated.
No, I like Phil Jones. I still like Phil Jones.
Not really, no. It was showing that, so let's stick this on half.
Yeah, I like Phil Jones, man.
I didn't. He used to make me laugh. He was kind of like when me and my dad used to go to the pub and occasionally watch the Liverpool game. Like, me and him would just have a laugh, watching David Lovren sometimes. Like, sometimes you just got to laugh at the car crash performance. And like Phil Jones, like falling on his face to clear the ball, like.
But do you know what? Yeah, there was that time when he literally headed the ball on the floor, and everyone was like, "Lol, Phil Jones is mental. He's so dumb." And then like Giroud did it. Giroud did it for Arsenal. It's like, look at the passion. Like this guy wants to win every ball, and it's like Phil Jones does that every week, mate.
No. It's because Phil Jones consistently banters himself. So when he does something like that, it's like, oh, here we go. It was like, you know, when you see someone about to drop a load of points, and it's like, oh, and they keep trying to save themselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of the game. You expected him to fuck that up. That's probably the standout chance, though, isn't it? The cross to Bruno Fernandes. Alan Shearer told me that.
Oh, Amazon Prime, what, like... It just absolutely shags my computer, man. Drives me mental. Hold on. Hold on, I'm just trying to do something. What was
the reason he stopped managing the women's team? Was it his contract expired?
I thought he was still there.
Oh, he's left.
Has he? I thought he was still there.
Me hearing things. I heard that it didn't end in the greatest of fashions. Like, and he was on cloud 9 during the World Cup.
I'm gonna have to refresh my Prime because this is absolutely doing my nutting, man.
No, I'm wrong. He's still the owner. He's still the coach.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh no! It was your man before. Your man before got accused of being racist and a little bit of a sexist dickhead in the dressing room. The guy before Phil Neville.
Ah.
That was it. Apparently, he said something to. Was it Sully Aluko? It was. He said something to. He said something.
Come out after Neville had just come in then.
Because no. That was the reason the guy stood down.
Fair play.
Right, this is actually like Amazon Prime is really actually triggering me right now.
Should it have been 1-0? They're referring to, I believe, this opportunity De Gea saved. I don't know if it should have been 1-0. Good form, but De Gea saved that 9 times out of 10.
You could say that about the chances that we've had and missed. Like, we should have scored.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, I don't know why they said that should have been 1-0.
I'll be back in 1 second. I'm getting my fire stick. I can't be bothered with this anymore.
Excuse me.
Yeah, honestly, like, even as someone who has Amazon Prime anyway, regardless of whether the football's on or not, like, I really hope they don't get too many more games, Amazon. I don't think I've seen one person say they've had a good experience watching it off Prime. Right, there we are. There we are. Let's go. Swap that. And there we go. I just won't be able to hear Alan Shearer telling a striker how to score, but
I'm not the biggest fan of American sports. I am a fan of basketball, but even then, there's lots of things I find very tedious about the whole American sports setup. The cheesiness, the constant breaks, the brand. I don't really like the culture. But the actual in-depth analysis and tactical analysis in American sports done by the pundits, they're not just pundits because they used to play X sport that was being shown on TV. The punditry in England, predominantly football, because that's the one I watch most of the time, is terrible. What have I gained out of watching that half time? They just said nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Do you know who the biggest culprit is for that? And it's really upsetting because everyone likes him and he does seem like quite a nice guy. Mika Richards chats so much shit, it's unbelievable. But because he's a nice guy and he's always smiley and funny, everyone loves him. Yeah. But he's so bad. He just chats nonsense, and he's one of those people that does say things like Graham Lasso, I remember once famously said, "There'll be a throw in, so they're going to take that." Like, well done. Like,
I think I'll let you off with this commentary because you've got to kind of fill the void, fill the gaps. Yeah, sometimes you state the obvious. When you sat there at the half-time analysis, this is what you've been paid in. Tell me, what does Manchester United need to do? And they go, they need to move the ball faster. They just need to get the ball in the right areas. It's like, thank you. This is why you're here telling me what Manchester United need to do. Why don't you just get in that dressing room, tell Ollie to sit down, have a cup of tea, and you tell him what to do?
I know.
Clearly, you've been off work too long, mate.
But that's a lot of them are just such frustrated, like ex-players that aren't managers yet, but they think they know. They think they know more. I know it's rich coming from us, but like they think they know better than.
It's not rich coming from us because they've been fortunate enough, and I don't care how much it's hard work. You've been lucky enough to be born with football ability to go on and be able to live your best life. I'm sure you've worked harder than other people, but at the end of the day, that was natural talent you had. You're lucky enough to be a footballer, and then you get all the punditry jobs, analysis jobs afterwards. It's like you literally get the full whack of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many YouTube channels I watch which go really in depth. Do you know? And you think, and they can't get a word in edgeways. They kind of get mocked at when you start mixing social media to
because then people will just call you a football hipster because you actually know what a Trek Easter is, and you know how a false nine is actually supposed to play. It's not just striker score goal and then like and then you're the one in the wrong.
Exactly.
Striker should score goal though.
You're right.
Striker,
I mean, don't get me wrong; they're not wrong, but can they be?
It just honestly, like everyone, it just depends who the pundit is. It depends who's playing who. Like Graham Souness might be a footballing mastermind. Now I don't think he is because he's had awful times in management. But
doesn't mean he's not a footballing mastermind. Just means he's not able to translate that.
Sometimes I can listen to him, right, and sometimes he makes really valid points, and I think, do you know what? He actually knows what he's talking about. Until someone is playing Manchester United, and then all of his football prowess and his knowledge and whatever go out the window because all he sees is fucking hate Paul Pogba. I hate Man United, and it's like he just can't let it go. There's been times we've won games 4 or 5-0, and he'll just be like, we've got to ask yourself, what's the defense doing? Why have they allowed them? Like, we never get credit for anything we do. Like, it always has to be someone else's problem, the reason we've scored a goal or whatever. And it's like, mate, just for one day, just please, just be nice. Well, not even be nice, just like calm it for a second. I need to turn my subtitles off because I'm one of those weird people that when I watch normal TV, I'll have subtitles all the time. Oh, that own goal is honestly chef's kiss. Have you just seen it?
No, I haven't done my catch up today.
Oh yeah, no, they're showing it now.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it now.
Well, they were. Now it's buffering.
Oh, that cut to Sam.
Well, I've cut to blue. I've cut to blue circle spinning. So
that Amazon Prime. That would have been a penalty had you not scored that goal.
Yeah. Amazon Prime, I love you so much because I love your same day delivery, and I love your crap that I can watch Seinfeld on repeat, just numbing my brain for 10 hours. But please,
to be fair, though, I think the reason the floodgates did open is that own goal really just killed West Brom's game plan from minute one.
Oh, mate, honestly, just like that Liverpool game the other day where every goal was goal of the season. Leeds just score bangers, man.
Yeah, I know.
Every goal in that game is so good. Who's that? Is that Ben Mee scoring, is it? I don't know who that was. Oh, I haven't seen this goal because I was in the shower. Oh, that's too easy, man. Look, he's all the time in the world. All the time in the world, man. Literally takes a touch. Oh. Sickening. I am quite glad Arsenal got a win because as much as I enjoy bantering them, it is getting a bit silly.
That should put them on 20 points now.
Yeah, they're safe.
They're safe.
Well, 20 more to go and they're safe. Excuse me. I mean, that now only moves them up to 2 points behind Wolves, so... But then saying that, they're still... Oh, my God! Arsenal are 2 points ahead of Newcastle, but Newcastle have 2 games in hand on them. Oh, hold on a minute. I know the chances of Newcastle winning their games were probably slim because of who they've got. But if Newcastle...
they probably average 0.5 a point a game.
If Newcastle won the next 2 games, they'd be like 9th, man. Right, Luke Shaw's warming up. Who is coming off? Is that Tellez coming off? Or is that centre-back coming off and we're moving around?
Luke Shaw?
Yeah. And to be fair, Luke Shaw had a good game the other day.
I know he did.
I think Tellez will come off.
Who's going to win the Millennium Cup trophy? I really want Brentford to do something. It will be a nice story.
I really want to as well.
Brentford are going to
win. Normally, if it was any other season, I'd be like Brentford will knock out Spurs because they'll end up being all Spursy.
I think Tottenham will win their first trophy this year.
I think they will. I think Jose's going to go balls. Jose's going to go balls to the wall. And the best thing that could happen for Tottenham is if City beat United as well, because that's not me just gassing us up. I think City at the minute would be easier to exploit than like playing us, I think. I mean, normally I'd be worried about that City tie, but I'm not that fussed about getting City in the cup. Well, I don't even know if it's going to happen anymore, do we? So, because out of
interest, obviously because I don't really know who's in the title race this year. I just kind of take the table as it is and just hope my team wins as many games as possible. In the Manchester United Twitterverse world, what's the feel towards the season? Do they are you split into sections of?
It's 50-50, man. Like I've said before, the United fan base is pretty horrible to be around or be in because everyone just argues amongst themselves because 50% are like, well, we're in 4th, it's not good enough, Ollie out, we should get a world-class manager that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but are they the fans who supported Manchester United because they were the best?
Yeah, and then you've got the other 50% going, well, you're not going to find anyone in management at the minute that is probably knocking around and will come in or get more out of the players. Football has changed a lot since we were dominating things. Like, even if we start getting good players and start playing well, like we have with Bruno and stuff, that doesn't stop Liverpool being as good as they have been. It doesn't stop Tottenham putting a run together. Do you know what I mean? Like, the world doesn't just stop because we suddenly become good again. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So, but if you then get to the realms of who plays FIFA too much, who watches football, and who just watches Manchester United or who just watches football, like
who just watches the table.
It's like you can't. We're not there yet, and there's not one Man United fan that should be like huffing and puffing and calling Ollie out because we're not top of the league. Like, there's no way we shouldn't be top of the league this year. Like, there's no way that should be a reason to like. That's the thing. We always get our hopes up, right? Like when we got Drew in that Champions League group, everyone was like, "There's no way we're getting out of this. There's no way we're getting out of this group." It was frustrating because we made such a good start to the group. But then when we got knocked out, it was like, sack him. It's fucking shit. Can't believe we didn't go through that group. And it's like, boys, we knew that was going to be a slog. It's the last year's finalists and last year's semi-finalists. They're no mugs, man. So it's just like now we're only in the position we're in because of, I would say, the results in the football we've played because of Ollie sort of thing. So it's like, it'd be very easy to say, get him out now. But if we got him out, we probably wouldn't be there. We'd probably be even like further down the table.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win with people, man. Like you said, like with Liverpool, it's a process, man. You've got to stick with it for years. Like, I don't know how many times I have to say this. There is still players in this Man United team that Van Gaal brought, that Jose couldn't sell. That like we're still trying to get rid of players that don't fit systems. We're still trying to bring players in, and you can have all the money in the world, right? But you can't just keep bringing in players if you can't get players off the books. Like, we need a creative player, right? And all jokes
It's not a matter
aside,
of financial. You're just not allowed to.
yeah, it's all banter aside. Like, we need a creative player. We can't really buy another creative midfielder until we get rid of Lingard. Like, that's still wages on the books. Yeah, it's still wages on the books. It's still people on the book. You can only register a certain amount for a competition and stuff. It's not just a case of like hanging them all out to dry. And then when you do that, like we did, everyone's clambering for Henderson to be number one, and everyone's clambering for, well, we still trust De Gea. So we drop Romero and don't register him for the squad, and it's like, oh, I can't believe the way they've treated him. It's like, you can't have it all, boys. You can't have it all.
To be fair, I surely, because he had a lot.
Romero should be number 3.
About what he was going to do about Dean Henderson. I understand that what you're trying to say. That might have been a bad example because Romero.
But we don't know that. We don't know that. Henderson, they could have still been looking to get Henderson out the door for another loan for this season. We don't know that. And then he could have really impressed in training, and Solskjaer was like, okay, fair enough, let's keep him around. I don't think it's as simple as that.
Wasn't Romero offered to clubs, but then you didn't sell him because you didn't want to make it stronger?
No, Everton came in with an offer. But then again, we don't know. They could have literally only offered, because they wanted him on loan, they could have said, oh, we'll give you 50% of his wages, or not paid an upfront fee. We don't know. So, yeah, the bid was rejected. But you've played Football Manager. How many times have you had a player worth 50 million and a club comes in that puts like 30 mil on the table, and the player goes, why have you turned it down? And it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, there's no way that's happening.
I think Romero could be a number 1 keeper for a lot of Premier League clubs.
He could, but he should be. But it's the same thing, like I was saying about the Arsenal fans getting upset about selling Martinez. So you played him like 14 times in 10 years. You had your chance. Like, you had him for 10 years. If you thought he was that good, why buy Leno? Why buy Chesney? What, like, do you know what I mean? He's been at your club forever. It's like, you can't just get all like, oh, that'll be yellow for Rashford. You can't get all upset now because he's playing well for another team.
That's definitely a yellow.
Oh, of course it is. I'm not a Man United fan, but I really like Ollie. I always like the guy that everyone disrespects him, but always prove wrong. And that's what Ollie's doing. Exactly, man. Like, it's one of those things I hate to moan about it all the time, but I don't hear the hate on Pep this season. I don't. Only just now have we started to hear people moan about Lampard, and that's because it's glaring where they are and how much they've spent. Like, Ollie's the one that we'd still be in third. And, mate, we finished third in the league last year. We had no right to finish third. Got to 3 semi-finals. And people were still like, well, we bottled the semi-finals. We only finished third. And it's like, what do you want from the guy? Like, the squad still isn't there, right?
It's just like every football fan. You want to see some success back. You understand you're in a process. But then the moment you think, oh, we might have, like, I'll be honest with you, when Liverpool made that first Champions League final, I didn't expect it. That was our first year back in the Champions League, in God knows how long. I did not expect to get to the final in the first year. And
yeah,
I should have just been happy we got there. But I remember when we lost it, I was heartbroken, going, this team is just, every time we get there, we bottle it at the last hurdle. And I really started to feel that. But then, we sit where we are now and the project worked. So you've just got to stick with it.
I mean, I've been pretty pessimistic being a United fan the last 6 or 7 years, because I've genuinely seen us go from winning everything, which I know people sound spoiled, but then it's not just going to say, it's not just how much we won to nothing. It's like, we fell so dramatically that, like, even the football I was watching under Van Gaal and Jose, like, we're taking a piss out of Tottenham now, saying how horrible the football was the other day. Man, I had to watch that for 2 years. Not only were we not winning things, I had to watch that football. Same with Van Gaal. That was some of the most ludicrous football I've ever experienced. And I had to watch us not only finish so far off rivals and just get slapped and stuff. It's like, that was, even when we were winning, that was what I had to put up with. And it's just so disheartening. And that is a lot of the time as well why I will, if we're in a cup semi or a final, I will have a couple of quid on a double chance, or have a couple of quid on whoever we're playing, because it's literally got me to that point now where I just don't trust us.
I actually rate Frank Lampard. I think he will go on to be a good manager. I just don't think Chelsea as a club will offer him the project they've promised him. I really don't. I don't think that club has that kind of management mentality. They won't allow a project to happen at that club. They'll pretend they do.
Honestly, it was way too soon. It was the same thing that we kind of did with Solskjaer. It was like
Yeah.
they wanted to get rid of Sarri. Um,
Mourinho.
there was there were no Chelsea.
Oh, I thought you said it was similar to you with Ollie.
Yeah. We both wanted to get rid of big managers. When Chelsea wanted to
Yeah.
get rid of them, and it was like, who's around? We don't really have anyone around at the minute. We're clearly going through a transition. Get Frank in. If it goes tits up, the fans won't hate him because it's a legend, which is exactly what we did with Ollie.
Yeah.
And they have kind of thrown him into the deep end. Yeah, they've brought a lot of spent a lot of money on players, but I'll defend Frank on some points. Like, I can't imagine that Frank Lampard went to the board and went, "Oh, get me Hakim Ziyech. Get me Kai Havertz." I don't think that happened, man.
Well, you can, but just not with them other names. It was either one or the other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think those signings were made either without his say or before his say, because I don't really.
Ziyech was before he even turned up.
Oh yeah, Ziyech, but like I
got a year and
don't
a
for how
half.
much. For how,
So
for
then,
how
when
much
he's got
Ziyech cost,
Ziyech coming in, why does he still buy X, Y, Z players when he's
Havertz.
already got that caliber of play coming in? So was
And if
Ziyech
you love
not
Mason
bad?
Mount that much,
Yeah.
it's great. Great
It's like still as you watch it as a neutral, you don't really know who was wanted, what system was wanted. So yeah,
but that's like Pogba, man. Pogba was never a Mourinho boy, not in a month for Sundays. Think the type of players.
But
like
let's be
Mourinho
honest,
likes.
Dele Alli, he was a Tottenham star week in, week out. And is he a Tottenham player anymore? He's not a
Mate, they're
Mourinho
selling
boy.
him, Jan.
So
No, exactly.
You've got to give credit to Mourinho. He doesn't take that type of players. He's won more than these players.
It's the same attitude that Pogba has, and he's getting rid of him.
And it kind of got to a point. I remember the narrative at the time. It was, who do you get rid of? Do you get rid of Pogba or do you get rid of Mourinho? It was like you had a choice, and Mourinho was obviously the easier option.
Oh, come on, United, start kicking this up a gear, because I can feel until we get a goal, I'm still pretty nervous.
I'll be honest with you. Since actually, no, I say to be fair, it's very persistent. I'll just say since Boxing Day, a lot of the top teams have looked very flat. Like,
yeah, well, honestly, every game I've watched over this Christmas period has been boring, man. So many 1-1s, so many what game did I watch where it finished like 2-2, and I was like, that was honestly painful to watch. Maguire's done it again, right? He's done a step over the ball, and he's almost Phil Jones-esque, almost falling over himself again, and like got himself all tangled. And it's like, how? Because it's all well and good saying, oh shit, I can't believe he spent like this guy has spent like 20 however many years at like youth and like reserve level. Like, he hasn't just walked onto a pitch and just suddenly forgot how to walk. Like, why does this happen? Ball given away needlessly there by Bruno again.
Traore actually dribble, Jesus.
Matic just had him on toast, man.
I know he did.
Got time for
It's
that.
like Traore was working out what skill move he was going to do and realised he had none in his locker.
He was just flicking the analog stick and nothing happened.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's when you didn't know skill moves when you were younger. You just go.
Oh, come on, Greenwood. Yeah, get onto that. Come on then, boys. Get a good cross in here, Aaron. Corner. Nope. He's done well there, though, and he's lost it.
Oh, no, I thought he was on about the left back.
No. That was proper. And it's the South Park, and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Big fluffy boy.
Has Greenwood been on all game? Yeah, he has been.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Go on, Luke. Luke Shaw,
God.
my man.
Tell you what,
he's done
I know
well
he's only been
back.
on for X amount of minutes, but
he's looked good,
including
man.
the last performance. He's been good. Being bulky kind of suits him.
He ain't, no, that's the thing. Like, he's literally ripped, and it's like, if he's fat.
No,
like,
I don't mean like he's fat. I mean he's put on some mass though. Like,
no,
good
but everyone
mass.
takes the piss out of him being fat, and it's like, if he's fat, I am literally, I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, like built like Viscera, if you remember Viscera from the Attitude Era. Big Daddy V.
No. So we are on 57 minutes. I will update it after 60. At what point do you start looking at substitutions, and what substitutions do you look at? You've already got Cavani on the pitch, which is usually your ace.
65, 70, I'd probably have to bring Martial on, or let's have a look. He's on the bench because I might even say someone like Refi. No way. Maybe even someone like Dan James.
My Discord has Tourette's. The old alert. It's a satisfying noise though.
All right. So what I'd do, looking at the bench, Martial. I'd maybe bring on Martial. Mate, it depends if
the sounds of that, you don't have many options.
No, we have, but like maybe bring on Donny for maybe Matic. I don't really know. Greenwood off for Martial and play Martial, Rashford and Cavani, but that might be a bit too gung ho. Go on, Luke. Go on, keep going. That's a booking all day long. Referee, get that card out. You have been duped.
I don't suppose you have anything on this, do you?
No. I tried to be really clever earlier. Bet365 was like, oh, if you put a tenner on before the game, we'll give you a tenner in. We'll match your bet in play. So I put it on, cashed out, hoping I'd get the £10 in play still, but they were like, nah.
Fair play.
I had a £5 on an Aka earlier, and it all came in apart from Southampton, so I'm absolutely wounded about that. I'm kind of just being sensible.
I've got earphones in, but it looks like I've kind of got like some silver chain. Remember that?
Yeah, that looks horrible. Go on, Greenwood. Deliver a good ball in. No, he just ran directly into traffic. This is going to be a horrible counter-attack because Pogba's pushed forward as well.
No, that sounded sore, man.
Boy, came out and dealt with it.
Cool. Tell you what, how he does all them running with them love handles, I'll tell you that.
Oh no, he looks like Peter Kay knocking around the pitch.
No, I'm telling you what, like he's got like it sounds bad, but I've seen his shape change over the years, and I'm so impressed he still pulls out 90-minute games out the bag all the time.
This is what I was saying earlier, man. There's no way I'd be running 90 minutes round with these geezers. Like, no way.
Yeah, but I reckon you'd be the tallest referee in the history of the game.
Oh, to be fair, like once I get going, I'll cover ground because of my legs and
stuff.
Yeah,
I know. So you cover ground for 90 minutes?
No.
Exactly. I've never actually seen a tall referee. Now I'll put that. Jesus.
Could be a goal there.
Not that they're all small, but I've never seen a 6'6". Jesus. You wouldn't get many people getting in your face. Put it that way. But,
just Peter Crouch and Nikola Zizic, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And Peter Crouch.
Oh, and your man that plays for is it Vestergaard for Southampton? He's like 6'7".
I tell you what,
losing the ball again, man.
I don't want
shite.
I don't want my club. I keep saying my club because I don't want to alienate the audience. Oh, is he through? I hold my point. I saw Vestergaard midweek, and some of his long-range passing, like the diagonal, the big steps, the pure height that geezer has. I was like, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind taking him off Southampton. I was like, he looks at that. I'll tell you what, but we're notorious for that, and I always felt bad about it. But this time I was like, do it again.
Plus, that West Brom game the other day, yeah. If it's 85th minute, send him up front. Send him up. What did I say? I said 65 minutes. I said Martial for Greenwood. He's done it in 60. It'll be 62 by the time the sub's made. Who's he gone for?
I think we've got a loyalty card at Southampton anyway, so I reckon we could get him on good discount.
And I got. Speaking of loyalty cards, I got a letter from the co-op today because obviously the house is owned by the co-op, and they are now introducing, like, you know, when you get like the Tesco club card, like there is a co-op club card sort of thing, and they basically said that now my rent money per month goes towards my my points. So like all that money a month goes on points. Like, okay, sound.
That's kind of cool.
Right, so it will be about 65.
My mate, who's 24, but he's he looks about 30, 40 easily.
Oh,
like he's lost all his hair, bless him, but he rocks it. He's got a big long beard. He's only my age, and he got ID'd for a Monster Energy drink in the co-op. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my lord!
ID'd? What are you playing at there? Who do you think? What kind of like joint do you think you lot are running? I
do. There is the one nice lady in there. Well, actually, there's a few.
Don't say that on stream.
Everyone gonna go steal my honeys.
Everyone go steal your honeys.
Yeah. Right, come on, lads. We ended the second half on such a high with so much like momentum, and this has just been drab. Bruno,
I know
the
last attack with Rashford was offside, but once again, he does the hard stuff with such perfection, but simple things a striker should do, he seems to squander them. Like, looking for the game.
Eric Boyd just did like a step over pass, and I'm literally living for it.
Why is the guy hoping the game's going to be stops?
Ain't it? You can't just go down whenever you want.
Is it Cody?
Yeah, it's not a head injury, so stay down. And then here comes Biscuit Tinhead Rashford to just thump it over the bar again.
I love Connor Cody, but I still feel a bit salty about that dive in that game.
Yeah, man. Very blatant dive as well.
Here he is.
Oh yes, there we are. Right, so I was a minute out for my prediction. So I said 65th minute, get Martial.
You still get it.
There, he's on now, yeah. So 65th minute, Martial for Greenwood. I thought that was the case. And then what? Give it another 10 and maybe get Donny on. Greenwood's not been bad today, man. I don't think anyone. It's not really been a classic game, to be honest. Another Wolves player down.
What are the odds on a draw?
Probably not very high right now. Probably like even money. Here comes Fabio Silva. Odds on a draw are 11 to 10. Yeah, so about even money. Wolves are 5-1, man. That's
I shouldn't have said that because now I've got you locked in.
Yeah, I can't afford it. I just have to leave
it.
If we lose, we lose, and I'll be upset and less off.
Oh, so it was Podence, not Cody. They just all have the same barber.
What? That's honestly Twilight Zone stuff.
I was convinced that was Cody.
Yeah, and this geezer was down as well. Going on. I feel like that.
Despite the fact that we're 65 minutes in and there has been chances in different places, it has been very flat, this game.
Yeah. All of the games over this period, other than Leeds pumping today, like everything has been a chore to watch, man.
Everything before Christmas was fine. The moment Santa rocked up, it all went to shit.
Thanks, Christmas. Yeah, thanks, Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, COVID Christmas.
Any news on your work? Because I'm assuming you're off now. Because it's tier 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm off. Mate, there's talk of Northampton going tier 4, so.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
But they review it on Thursday.
I will be off for an extended period of time. I know Mick doesn't particularly. He'll wait till it's not normal, but like he's just so sick of stop start. Like you can only come in if you can have a meal and stuff. Like he won't bother. So I might be off for a while.
Are you still covered on the furlough scheme?
Yeah, the furlough scheme's up until April, man. They sneakily extended it when all the chaos was going on. That's how we knew it was going to be a bad lockdown. Because they sneakily extended it again. But yeah, that's till April. If not, I'm going to have to start an OnlyFans.
You're going to start an OnlyFans?
2 up top, 1 in the middle. Have you just got the two up top, one in the middle joke?
Oh no, I understood it. Gav uses it a lot. Copycat.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Boo.
Remember JJ?
Yeah.
Goddard, he does OnlyFans.
Does he actually?
Yeah, with his missus. His missus is like a bondage model.
Oh, okay.
But,
so his missus does. His
yeah,
missus
but
does.
it's all with him. But it's all with him. So
Yeah, okay, but nobody's wanting to see that. They want to see.
yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one's
yeah.
paying. Yeah, no one's paying for it.
Yeah. That's what I imagine that I would
It's
probably
just a
do.
tool being
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're just the 12-stone dildo. Like it is what it is. Right, come on, boys. Oh, Cavani. Is that corner? Corner. See, they've already Man United are already in talks to extend Cavani's contract.
So is Cavani on loan?
No.
No, Cavani was a free agent. Sorry. So yeah.
Yeah, signed him on a free from PSG, just like we did Zlatan. There's been 3 corners in this game. Oh my lord! Handball! Cavani! Has it been ruled out? Yes, it has. Sit back down. For what? What's been given? What's been done?
I think you still. Everyone relax. It could be a penalty either way.
Right? Oh, Cavani's miles offside. Cavani's miles offside.
Okay, so that. But are we looking at
Yeah, handball! Referee!
They'll give that as a handball.
He's put his hand out. He's put his hand out towards it as well. But will they not give it because Cavani was already offside?
No, it doesn't make a difference because he's not part of the play.
Oh, that's handball. That's handball. That's handball. Cody, it's you again. Are you kidding me?
He's having a look.
1-0. Goal given. What's happened? Why? Oh, Amazon changed it to 1-0. He's given nothing. He's given offside.
Goal kick.
What the fuck?
I need to have a look at that because I kind of got lost. It was similar to the first half. I'm not quite sure which bit we're looking at. That's
a shambles, man.
We've got Martial really on the attack.
I can't hear what Clattenburg's saying because I haven't got my commentary on because I'm on the Fire Stick, so you'll have to let me fill me in.
I didn't quite hear him.
If I hear the term unnatural body position or whatever, I'm gonna absolutely fucking.
I actually did say that.
Wolves was. Oh, I need a piss.
Team in an unnatural position.
It was. He literally put his hand out. That's a shambles, man. Oh my lord. Honestly, like this is what like the consistency and stuff of VAR is absolute shambles. That's a great save, De Gea. How many times have we seen that given this year? How many times have we seen that given? I'm absolutely blown away. I'm honest, like
the thing is, you've got to not look at it as whether it's fair or not. You've got to look at whether it was the right decision, and it doesn't seem that way. I'll be honest. It seems that was. You got to have consistency, man. And you know, I don't want to see them given, but look, you've got to give them.
Exactly. That's what I said yesterday, or whenever we did it, and I said, Gav said to me, "Do you think it's a penalty or whatever?" And I said, "Do I think it's a penalty? No."
We can't start shooting. Yeah. The game's gonna. Yeah. We're gonna have a horrible year. No grey area. Let's have a look.
He's put his hand out! He's put his arm out, man! I just don't even know. Like, what is that decision? What is that of a decision?
What? We've got a card coming out.
Time wasting. Imagine if he went back to look at it now, like, yeah, all right, sorry, messed up there.
Why did he not look at the monitor, though? Or was it offside?
Yeah, literally.
This is what we need some clarity on.
Apparently, the handball rules just changed halfway through the season, apparently.
Okay.
But, like, Cavani is not...
If that is true, then there has to be a big announcement about stuff like that.
Cavani's not offside, yeah, until he touches the ball. And he doesn't touch the ball until Cody handballs it. He puts his arm out, man. There's movement in his arm. This is what we're saying, yeah. And VAR is boring and like whatever. But when the refs can't get anything right, what the fuck do you expect? Like, look, come on, referee, get this under control. You've got subs kicking the ball away.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That was out of order.
Like, and he did nothing. Like, get control of the game, man. But this is what I mean. So the refs missed that handball clear as day, right? And then they haven't even... The VAR guy hasn't even asked him to look at the monitor. What's the point in a fucking monitor, then? Like, that's another thing. What are we just making up when we look at monitors and when we don't? Like, how would like the game would have benefited for him looking at the monitor? How would the game lose anything from him looking at the monitor? Nothing. Just let him go look at the monitor. Honestly, I can't wait.
Okay, if Wolves were 3-0 up and that happened, would they have gave a penalty?
Pogba, what a shot! Yeah, of course they would have. Of course they would have. Fucking shambles, man. This is why, like, I can't stand that Gav's a former referee, because he never lets us dig out the fact the officiating in this country is so shit. This is why VAR really had to be brought in. Like, you all might hate that how boring it is and everything has to be, like, looked over to the finest millimetre, but it's because the officials can't spot an obvious offside. They can't spot handballs. They can't spot fouls. They're not looking when people headbutt each other. Like, the officiating is shit, and it has been for so long. This isn't a new thing.
We are one of the most televised sporting leagues in the world. We're the most televised football league by a long stretch. There's nothing even close to the Premier League. Like, we're up there competing with the NFL of America. Like, in Australia, people wait till 3 a.m. to watch Premier League games in the pub. Obviously, they're not doing it now. But that's what they used to do. It's our level of officiating, which is broadcast to the world.
Yeah,
something needs to change.
Who's offside?
It wasn't crap decisions in La Liga which forced FIFA's hand to introduce VAR.
I'm honestly, like, at a loss to how that's not like. I genuinely just don't understand. But this is another thing. Like, we've literally seen all the people around us drop points this weekend. Well, I don't even know it's the weekend anymore, but you know what I mean? And this is the performance we come out with. It's so frustrating, man. Like, we're not going to win this game because we weren't given a penalty or whatever, but, like, it sure would have helped.
I mean, the performance still deserves to be criticised, but...
Yeah, of course it does, but, like...
Yeah. But you know, sometimes you play poorly and you get results. Sometimes that's because of the referee, or a stupid mistake from the other team, which that was.
Martial, fuck off. Absolute dead footballer. Dead footballer. He's so shit. I'm so done with this guy. Martial is gone, man.
He was the one guy that is fucking miles off.
So shite, man. This is when it is hard to watch games of football like this, yeah. Like, I feel hard done by the ref. I feel hard done by my own fucking team. Like, it's just so frustrating to watch, man. Honestly, I can't even get my head around that handball decision. I really can't. Like, they were literally given handballs that were way less obvious than that, or like, I just, mate, he's moved his arm out of his body. It's hit his wrist. Like, what more other than slapping the ball away do you need to do? Blown away by that. And look at him now. Honestly, look, that's 11 people in the picture. And that was an absolute horrible pass. Like, no wonder we can't break teams down when that is genuinely the ball that's being put into the box. VAR have been brought into the game to help, but hindering in many cases. How? Like, yeah, but it's been brought in because the officiating is shit. How has the referee not seen that or dealt with that? Like, there's unless you're a Wolves fan or you're a football fan that hates Manchester United, you can't tell me it's not a penalty. Like, it's a handball. Like, I don't know how more clear it has to be. Rashford, what a touch! This guy's finishing is honestly going to kill me.
He was offside anyway. Well, no, because you want the flag to go up then. Oh, he's onside, if you ask me.
I don't know.
But still, it's not like it means anything.
VAR only hinders things that take too long to look at.
You are right. It is being implemented wrong, though. I do agree with you there.
It is being implemented wrong, but they're still getting things massively wrong, even with the use of a fucking video replay. Could you imagine that in the NFL if they like, obviously they use like video stuff? Could you imagine if they still got the wrong decision every fucking time?
The problem is football is difference is in rugby you can't really interpret the rules differently. Where in football everyone has their own interpretation of what is and what isn't. And that includes the referees. That includes the referees, not just the fans. That includes the refs.
But this is the problem because it's not black and white. We've got like 8 different rules for handball. Pogba, you are an absolute joke of a human. Just get rid of the fucking ball. I hate him so much. There doesn't need to be any danger there, and he's taking 30 seconds for a 5-second pass. He wants 8 touches. He wants to try and slowly roulette round the player. Just fucking give and go, man. Why do they have to be like this? It drives me mental. But yeah, like I was saying, like there's no consistency in the handball rule, right? We've seen just this season 4 different variants of it given, 4 different not given. Like, you don't know whether you're coming or going. Like Havertz against West Brom when it was 3-3. He's literally controlling it on his arm and they've let it go. But then someone does it next week and it's like it's a handball. NFL has 3 extra refs and VAR, and I get that. There will always still be subjective whatever, but not to this level, not to the level of mistakes and how bad it is in the Premier League. No way. There has been literally, you could count at the end of last season, even after the restart, there was 10 really bad wrong decisions from VAR, easily. But this is the thing. We're now moaning about a scientific piece of computer technology. The refs are getting away scot-free, man. We're now you watch all of today after this game will be the VAR official at Stockley Park has said it's not a penalty, or VAR has said he's offside. The referee doesn't have to answer fuck all. That's the worst thing. The Wolves manager, funny enough, Nuno the other week was saying how bad the officiating is, right? He's now got to sit in front of a FA disciplinary panel, and he might get in trouble for it. The officiating shite. Why doesn't a ref have to come out and stand in front of a panel? Why doesn't the ref have to come out and answer questions on why he made this decision and why he got this so badly wrong? Like, it's been the same for a long time, before VAR and after VAR. Like we were talking about earlier with the West Ham one. Did the ball go out of play? Your linesman should find out. Play on. This is like the fucking... Oh, De Gea's down. Are we just playing on with our goalkeeper down?
David De Gea is injured.
Yeah, but the Wolves players having a go at the ref. Like, what do you want? We decided to play on. Like, why are you crying about it? This honestly is like the 4th game in a row. Oh, De Gea's looking for something. That's why. This is the 4th game in a row. De Gea's gone down holding something. Oh, he's milking it, man. He's just trying to get. He's trying to get Adama booked. He ain't hurt. Get up, man. You're wasting fucking time. If we're 1-0 up, do this. What are you doing?
Paul Pogba to have 2 shots on target. He's 8-1. He's got 1 so far.
Have what? So one more shot on target then?
Yeah, 8-1. Anthony Martial to score the first goal is 14-1. Marcus Rashford to score the first goal is 14-1. This is how bad.
Those Martial odds aren't good enough for me.
Yeah, but the Marcus Rashford one. Luke Shaw to be carded is 9-1. Jesus.
I just don't. The goal scoring one, I just don't think they expect anyone to score. That's why everyone's so high.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Oh, he's in the computer cupboard.
Was this it? Oh, God, I was about to say.
What, do you think like Bruno was just going to have a ping?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I hope you don't. Because I looked at it as well.
What's the odds on Bruno to have a shot in the next 10 minutes?
I'll tell you, it was Bruno. Bruno is 5-1.
For a shot on target?
Yeah, and he's already had 1 so far, so it's to have 2.
But you wait till we get a penalty in the 90th minute, mate. Or what he always does in the 90th minute, he just has like a mad long-range 40-yard pinger. Go on, Bruno! Oh, it's blocked. Handball again. Fucking get this clown. Right, I genuinely want a penalty for this one. I didn't even see if it really touched his hand, but I want a penalty for this one just because. Are we looking at it? It's hit Connor Cody again.
No.
Stick this cunt. Honestly, stick this guy in some fucking Sonderco gloves, man. Just put him in some gloves.
Stick him in some gloves. I've never heard that.
You know, Bruno's going to hit this free kick straight at the keeper, and that'd have been 5-1.
I've already put it on, mate.
Have you actually?
Fiver on it.
Oh, the free kick's a bit further up than I thought.
Oh no.
Honestly, get Connor Cody some gloves, man, because this is absolutely scandalous.
That was a shot on target.
Free kick as well. That is dead. Maguire's still up there. Maguire wins the header. Luke Shaw does well to win that because that could have been a massive counter on there. Matic, play it short. Don't just load it into the box, please. Thank you. It's too little too late, man. I'm sick of us doing this. Why start suddenly playing like you want to win with 4 minutes left? There'll be a massive counter on here now as well. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka is the wrong side of Fabio Silva. He's got back now. It's fine. I don't know what that pass is.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was laughing at.
Honestly, I'm at a loss.
Discord popping up, bro. Like, I've turned notifications off, and I can still hear the ba-dum.
That penalty decision is absolutely just still riling me, man. It's living rent free in my head.
Is it?
Martial brings the ball forward. Luke Shaw. Shaw's been good since he come on. I'll give him that. That's about it. Watch him give the ball away now. Martial, please do something good with this. Beats one player, loses the ball. Next. I can't honestly. I can't wait till January comes because some of these players just need replacing. Like some of these players should never play for Luke Shaw. My God, please do not do this to me. The level, not everything. The level of everything has just dropped. Like our passing's just gone to shit. Like no one's got a first touch all of a sudden.
Can't get to Bruno.
I think this is pretty much it now. Like it's just unless Wolves score, the game's just gonna peter out. I mean, I don't even know anymore with this team, man. Like honestly, like De Gea, I know Trey always like walloped into him, but fucking time wasting on the 80th minute at 0-0. Like get up and get on with it.
How much added time for him looking at? 3?
4. So I'd say we've got 5 or 6 minutes left. Sick, honestly, like everyone in this team thinks that. Do you know what it is? Yeah, and it's so easy to sum up, but like it sounds stupid just summing it up this way. Every player we've got in this team just thinks they're so much better than they are. Like
Yeah,
Pogba literally thinks he's fucking Zidane, and he ain't. Martial thinks he's R9, and he ain't. Like everyone just has this air about them that they are fucking gods, and they're fucking not. Rashford's been shite as well, man. I know his goal scoring record at the minute is half decent, but could have won the game the other day if he could finish. Like he's had a few chances today, if that. Like he hasn't really popped up doing much.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know what? Traore all game has been a little bit naughty and not been booked. Martial, right now, this is you, boy. Into
Go
Rashford.
down.
No, just running into traffic. I'm expecting 4 minutes of added on time.
I'm saying 3.
Well, there was a VAR for a penalty. There's been De Gea went down.
5.
Yeah, there we are.
Oh.
Referee, you're a fucking mug. Get on with it, man. Fucking get on with it. Cody took probably less time than Rui Patricio did when he got booked for time wasting. I'll tell you what, after the last few games I've been watching of Wolves, that Fabio Silva, for the money they've spent, like Wolves that have been robbed, man. Pogba, please, a little urgency, man.
I said it was 0-0 last year.
Martial still going. Martial still going. Loses the ball and goes down. Been absolutely dire from everyone in a red shirt today. Pogba just hitting hope little balls. Yeah, fuck this game, man. Honestly, I'm just sick of everyone in a red shirt.
We have got, what would you say, 3 minutes, 20 seconds?
Yeah, about 3 minutes of that.
Oh, excuse me.
Do you know what? I don't even want to hear excuses that people are saying like, "Oh, well, we did play on Sunday." Like, I don't care. This is how it's been for ages at the minute. With how like there's the lack of desire, no intensity. Like, when was the last time we won a fucking game? What was it? Sheffield United? Was it Sheffield United? Oh, has that ball gone through to Rashford? Is he onside? He's onside.
Well, we're going to practice it for years.
Please do not shoot, Marcus. Please do not shoot.
He scored.
Go! Rashford! Let's see if he's onside, but it's fucking gone in.
Can I just say that was 14 to 1?
Mate, someone clip that. There's me going, don't shoot.
Can't be
Don't
Cody on the
shoot.
floor, look.
I think it's hit Cody and gone in for an own goal, and I hope it's Cody. I really hope it's Cody, and I hope it's gone in off his fucking hand. But, hold on. Was Rashford onside when the ball was played? Was Rashford onside when the ball was played?
Yeah, Mo.
Yes, he fucking was! Bruh! I really hope this comes off Connor Cody. I swear to God. No, it doesn't, but I'll take it. That is what is called in the professional footballing world as a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is an undeserved 3 points. Don't be fucking confused by that, anyone. But it's 3 points. 14 to 1 that was.
Mate, I don't think you'd get it. I don't think that's a Rashford goal. I think it's an own goal. I don't know where that shot's going before it hits the defender. Honestly, I can't wait to watch this back, and it's just literally me going, Rashford, don't shoot, please don't shoot, please don't shoot. Rashford! To be fair, I think Wolves did deserve a point out of this because we've been terrible, but yeah, exactly, Dion. 3 points is 3 points. Take it all day long. I think that's kind of like a defensive error for them making a defensive error, considering how well they defended. It's kind of like almost karma for the fact that we should have had a penalty. So, I mean, the game's not done yet. Eric Boy is a god. If Eric Boy wasn't made of poppadoms, he would literally be like one of the best defenders we've ever had. Straight into the corner. Please don't do anything stupid with it. Run it into the corner. Run it into the corner. Pogba, have you brought the foul? No? Yeah, he's brought the foul. Well done. Well done. Oof. my friend who's an Arsenal fan just tweeted me saying, glad you scored. Wouldn't want Wolves getting away from us.
Oh.
Rashford, one shot on target. You're not telling me. You are not telling me that is Rashford's goal. I'm not having it. The dubious goal committee will be out in force, and that will go down as an own goal. I'm telling you now. Literally, boys, play it in the corner. I know it's such shitty behaviour when it's Man United versus Wolves, but like, just play it in the corner.
Goal kick. It's over.
Yeah, but how much time has he adding on? This is what I was talking about earlier.
Like, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I mean, obviously you might feel them emotions.
Mate, it's not over yet. Look, he's going to play on till the fucking 97th minute.
Whistle's gone.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah,
I feel bad.
If I was Wolves, I'd feel fucking sick.
But like I will say, man, we probably didn't deserve the win, but it's karma that it's a defensive error that's cost them when we should have had a penalty.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Oh man!
Like it's shit for them, but
okay, all banter aside, Man United second now. They are well and truly in a title race, are they? Who is? Yeah, sure, whatever. Honestly, don't know. But yeah, Man United have to be. They're in second place on 30 points. They're ahead of the lot, except Liverpool. But there's only one more to catch.
Well. Oh yeah, and the thing is, we're a point ahead of Leicester, who are in third, and we've got a game in hand on them still. So, I mean, it's on.
You got Newcastle, do you? No, you're not got Newcastle. You got Aston Villa next, which is your game in hand, which isn't an easy game in hand at all. At all.
Excuse me.
Cotton, I know you're going to be happy that you got the points. I would be happy if my team had got the points. That performance, you expect more of them to come this year, though, don't you? You expect to see more of that. You've already seen them kind of performances already. You know this is a reoccurring thing. Yeah. Despite the fact you are second and you're on 30 points and you've got a game in hand and it's all looking splendid. And I think it is. I really think it is. Can you sustain a title challenge when they come every 3 games?
No, I don't think so. Not at all. I know that there is other ways to twist it. Like you can say, "Oh, well, that's the sign of champions. They grind out a win. They grind out points and stuff." But I mean, that wasn't a 1-0 as if like we've been peppering the goal and Rui Patricio has made 19 saves to keep him in the game and like we've been really unlucky. It's a game where we've offered very little. I mean, the only if Rashford didn't score, the only thing I could really say about that game is that we deserved the penalty. But other than that, no. Honestly, I don't think we can sustain any sort of challenge or forward momentum. We've actually said a game every 3 or 2 games being one of those performances. I really don't.
Wolves. Where do we think Wolves will end up? Because they're very hit and miss because they're using a new system. They're using a system without their main man at top. To be fair,
I will just say as well.
But the Premier League's not forgiven.
Our last 2 games we've played Leicester and Wolves, who Leicester are third and Wolves should be higher than they are. Like, we haven't played absolute bums.
2-3 years. Wolves,
yeah, they've been tight games, but Wolves this season, I can still see him sneaking Europa. I mean, I don't know if it'll be any good for him because obviously they didn't have such a great time in Europa last time.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I'm looking forward to Newcastle and Liverpool tomorrow because that's always an absolute cracker. Ross just got home in time to see that Sir Marcus Hughes legend. I'm honestly adamant that doesn't go down as a Rashford.
14-1 Ross for Rashford to score. I even looked at it. I'm gutted because I would have cashed out by now.
Oh, you'd have been wasting your money. You'd 100% been wasting your money.
It's a joke.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
But you know what's strange? I'll tell you what's strange as well. Only 2 bookings in that game. Now I saw some horrible niggly little challenges. I saw some off the ball stuff. I saw some late challenges, and referee just wasn't interested. And you know what? Now I'm glad that we got the winner just because I want to see what people's views are on the handball situation, because obviously I don't want it to be a case of we got the win so it doesn't matter, but I want to know what the crack is with this handball and why it wasn't given. Just for the sake of it, Marcus Rashford's goal, do you know who got the assist?
Bruno Fernandes. I know he did.
Of course he did.
I mean, how could I miss it? He absolutely pinged it.
So the one game I actually needed to win on my accumulator today was the only one that finished 0-0.
I needed a shot on target from old Bruno, but you can't have it all. You can't have anything actually.
Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, looking at that table, I mean, you can't rule it out, can you?
You can't rule out you're in a title hunt. I'm not debating whether you're in a title hunt because without a doubt you are. I'm just saying can you win the title at the end of the season when you?
No. Oh God, no.
It's not whether you're in a title hunt. No. That is obvious. Of course, you're in a title hunt. It's whether you can win.
No, I'm not getting ahead of myself. This is it now. I just want some respect put on the name. I want some respect put on Ollie. I want some respect put on I know I've talked shit about the team today, but I'm a United fan. I can cuss us out when I don't think we're performing well. But that wasn't the manager's fault today. honestly, I still think that come January, I think there's going to be some players that played that game today that will be.
Chelsea, you're the second highest scorers with 31 goals.
How?
Yeah. Crazy that.
But yeah, honestly, like I said, there'll be some players that play today that will be very scared come January. Barrington, I hope I pronounced that right. Man United, thumbs up. We love it. Yeah, we love to see it too. Yeah. We got lucky there, really lucky, especially because if Rashford listened to me, they're literally. I can't wait to watch his back of me just going, "Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot," and then he shot and it's gone in. Like, yeah, Ross, do you know what? Exactly that. Just to be mentioned in the title race is nice after the last couple of years. We were saying this earlier about some of the football I had to watch under Van Gaal, under Mourinho. Literally bouncing around the table, finishing 7th, finishing 2nd, finishing 3rd, finishing 4th, like 7th again or whatever. And it's just nice to.
So we're both going for the same thing.
That's fine. Yeah, you can't rule it out. But Spurs fans were saying that 2 weeks ago. Season is so all over the place. Yeah, I agree. Like I'm not saying that we're going to win the league. The Spurs situation, I think we could all see coming though, because you can't play that deep defensive counter-attacking football against every single team. It'll work against Liverpool. It'll work against other teams. It won't work against... You'll come up against people like West Brom, like, oh, we're going to sit deep and wait for you. And West Brom will be like, all right, mate.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't coming.
Lol. You might as well leave the ball on the centre circle. Leave the ball on the centre circle, put 11 players in one box and 11 players in the other box and wait to see who runs to go get the ball first, because like it's not going to work. Yeah, I mean... I think this year more than ever, I think what happens in the January transfer market might shape who goes on to do what and whatever. Like, obviously, the impact that Bruno had for us last January. Imagine one of the teams in the title race picks up a player that does that for him in the next 5 months. It could be anyone's.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think all these teams are in it. I think Chelsea is still in it. Tottenham's still in it. They're all in a title race, but it's about sustainability. And this league is showing no indication anyone can sustain it. Even Liverpool have been up and down the amount of draws they're picking up. I think the only reason people still favour him is because they're the reigning champions, but he's always do that. But Man City are obviously still in there. Everyone's in the title race this year. So make the most of it as a neutral. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this puts the pressure on this definitely puts the pressure on you to go out and beat Newcastle tomorrow.
I think us drawing against West Brom would have absolutely lit a fire under Klopp's ass in that training ground. Every time we draw, we respond every time. The only problem is we then go straight back to old habits straight up.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were to only get a point out of
I expect
Newcastle
us to beat Newcastle, and that's not being arrogant. It's just purely because we're away. If we had beat West Brom, I wouldn't have been surprised if we drew against Newcastle. But we've already drawn.
Ross, how good is it to see Big Sam back though? Got to love him stealing points.
I love him. I just hate the fact
did you see? Yeah. Also, Ross, did you see today's result against Leeds? Because I don't think Big Sam.
He stole Leeds 3 points. Bless him.
Yeah, I don't think Big Sam would have enjoyed that against Leeds. Honestly, Ed, I still think Liverpool. I still think Liverpool push it and win it this season.
Growing up being so far from it, I don't think I'll ever get into the habit of assuming we're going to win anything. But if you ask me as a neutral, I'd probably say Liverpool are still the favourites.
I'll tell you who it ain't going to be. It ain't going to be City.
I don't know, man. I think City are going to benefit from the fact everyone's writing them off.
Well,
they've got winners. They've got players in there who've already won it, and that's a massive advantage, and we know that.
And now City. Well, we don't know what's going on at City. Like how many games they're going to have off. They could. I'm not saying that. Well, I'm not saying that they're not faking, and I'm not saying they are or whatever. But they're going to have some time off now to like rest players, like get everyone back from injury and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Exactly, yeah. But I'm pretty happy with what's been said. Do you want to say anything before we go?
Other than Gareth Southgate out, no. I mean, I'd love.
Yeah.
I mean, once we've gone, I'm gonna listen to this and see if they talk about the penalty. But other than that, no. I think we've done all right.
It never lasts, but it's the Big Sam way. Get rid. Exactly that, Ross. It's a shame you're coming late because we've had a longer conversation about it. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. We are doing the Newcastle Liverpool game tomorrow. Are you able to do that, Colin?
Yeah, I'll jump on with you.
Yeah, I think I'll soon Gav will be about somewhere. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Don't forget the music.
No, I was just doing the a cappella version.
Okay.
Stop clicking it!